There's a good deal of reflection going on at the moment about what was said over the Conservative Party conference. Suella Braverman, of course, dominates. She's the person who is most incensed about the way that Michael Gove particularly questioned Liz Truss's tax cuts, and the pressure that I suspect he put on led to the U-turn. Congratulations, Mr. Gove. We wouldn't normally congratulate Mr. Gove for anything, but in this particular case, I think he is to be congratulated and saluted. He's done the country a bit of a service, but the damage is not going to be undone that quickly. Suella Braverman talks about Liz Truss being elected with a serious mandate. Utter tosh. She was elected by a very, very small group of people who don't change the manifesto. The manifesto doesn't change. The manifesto was established, and the mandate for carrying out that manifesto was established in 2019. Nothing changes that. So what is this serious mandate that Liz Truss has got? She hasn't got one. Suella Braverman talks about how Liz Truss talked for most of the summer about her tax cuts. Yes, there was a lot of talk and a lot of introspective navel-gazing. And then she talks about how she was undermined by a coup in the cabinet. Well, actually, well done, well done. When we got 35% of the fiscal event that is actually about unfunded tax cuts, and when the headline event, as Mr. Gove pointed out, is about a tax cut to the rich, then it needs undermining and it needs challenging. It requires a coup. Actually, I think it requires an abdication and a resignation for the sheer brutality, for the stupidity that has been going on anyway. She said it was very unprofessional to do this. Very unprofessional of her colleagues. Well, there are times when unprofessionalism is appropriate. And when people have done something stupid to that level, actually, we need to speak out. Actually, that is the time when we need to say, fine, I liked you once, and you behaved so appallingly, we're simply not going to continue this relationship. Fine. And that is a message for anyone who crosses that particular red line. It's not a statement of hatred. It's a statement that, I just don't think this person can be trusted with the job. So I wait for your resignation. Robert Buckland today is more conciliatory. He talks also actually about Liz Truss having a fresh mandate. Well, she has no mandate at all. She has no mandate. She was elected by a minority of people. Kemi Badenoch, she talks about unity and discretion. She says, yeah, we can have dissent in a grown-up fashion. There's a way of doing it. There's a way to communicate when you don't agree. You don't rush off to the nearest television studio. Well, she may be right, but if people are not listening, and clearly Liz Truss doesn't listen, nor does she engage with her cabinet, these decisions were taken without discussion, then how exactly do you communicate with a tyrannical individual who isn't, in fact, listening? Thankfully, she's listening now. She's not apologising. I think Mr. Gove and Penny Mordaunt and the other people who were opposing what was going on in the cabinet have done a good day's work. Well done. I'm sure there's far many more who have not spoken out in public, who have protested. I'm sure there's far many more. In fact, I would dare to say the majority of the cabinet would oppose that particular tax cut, and probably were against quite a lot of the tax cuts. It's not conservative. It's not right. It's actually wrong. And it needs to be called out. And when somebody does something so wrong that causes so much damage, that wastes so much money, and it's not undone, there are still people now who have had their mortgages messed up by this stupid person, by these stupid people, and there's no apology, and there's no repair of the damage done. Simply, we're told that she's listening and she's going to do something else. Who cares what she is doing? It's not all about her. It's actually about people who have suffered because her stupidity. and it's a gaulish and childish thing to do. And I see it regularly. When people make stupid mistakes, they then bring it all down to, well, I tried to do my best. I tried. I'm listening now. Who gives a damn? You've done so much damage. Just hang your head and resign.